Howdy folks, Leonard Fox32 here, and today I'm going to be reading the first chapter of my fanfiction, Jenny Graves' Lackdaisy OC. Now, I know you guys want me to keep reviewing the Lackdaisy sketches, but I'm going to take a little break from that. And just a little side note, y'all. Just recently I found a reviewer who said that I should kill myself because instead of writing actual fanfictions for most of my stories on here, I'm actually writing like character bios. And they don't like that. So they said that I should kill myself, and they were implying that they were going to stab me. But don't worry, all that reviewer has been reported to the fanfiction website. I have also reported them to police, and I threatened if they ever said something like that again that I would have their account removed forever. Yeah, so don't worry, y'all. I'm fine. Everything's fine. On a more happier note, let's jump into the fanfiction, shall we? It was a gray afternoon. The fog was very thick, and it didn't seem to be lifting anytime soon. A train whistled loudly as it steamed down the tracks, smoke belching out from the engine. The tracks creaked and groaned as the speeding metal raced across them. The trees raced past the windows of the hulking metal machine. The inside wasn't any more charming. The interior matched the fog, and the ceiling was black iron. Seats were wooden frames and rubber padding. Windows were dusty, and a few had tiny spiders crawling around on the sill. The only thing that was fashionable about the interior design were the flawless cobwebs that stained the corners of the windows. The travelers consisted of several people of all shapes, sizes, and colors. A middle-aged woman was asleep on her suitcase. An elderly gentleman was reading a newspaper while swatting a spider off his tailored coat. Two peculiar gentlemen were sitting up front, wearing similar brown plaid jackets. All the passengers were dull and worn out in appearance. All but one. A young cream-colored cat sat closer to the exit door. She wore a white shirt, black trench coat, pants, boots, and gloves, a blood-red tie, and a beautiful ruby locked safe inside a heart-shaped locket. She was reading a small book with a picture of a long, dark, shadowy neck of a monster rising from water. A massive body of water on the front cover. The title read, Tales of Nessie. Water droplets on the young lady's window fell softly onto the sill, a rhythmic tapping sound, a sound only she could hear. The feline's ears twitched every now and then when she heard a noise that wasn't tapping. She sat still, reading her book. Not speaking, not moving, just still. She sat alone in her seat, but this didn't faze her. The train began to slow, and the train whistle blew with a shriek. The train finally came to a halt in Missouri. Kat looked up from her book, looked out the window. The fog had lifted. Next stop, Missouri, the conductor hollered. The cat put her book in her coat and swiftly made her way off the train. No luggage. She looked at her silver watch, which read 2:30 p.m. She looked around the platform with a slight hint of annoyance. She wasn't the only one. People were pacing, looking at their watches, arguing, muttering profanities to themselves. "Jen!" cried a female voice. Kat glanced over at a small, bustling crowd where a dark brown cheetah was waving her hand vigorously. "Hey, Jen!" Kat sighed and walked slowly to her friend, avoiding bumping into the other folks. "Marley," she said. "Jenny, I finally made it on time," Marley cried. "Your voice down," Jenny hissed. Marley covered her mouth. Sorry, I'm just excited." Jenny sighed. "Thank you, and your punctuality has improved. Finally." Marley rubbed her arm nervously. Jen?" "Yes?" I couldn't get us a car or anything. The salesman was such a snob. Plus, the cheapest car they had was $700. Jenny sighed heavily. "I'm not surprised. Times are tough on everyone these days, you know. I've been on a train for 12 hours, so why don't we just walk?" Do we have to?" Marley groaned, shot her a sharp glare. "Oh, fine." Well, that was the very first chapter of my fanfiction. Short, but you were introduced to two of the main characters, Jenny Graves and Marley Dash. which I will explain more of in the next video. Sorry to cut this one short, but I'm enjoying my lunch. So I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to have a foxtastic day, y'all. And I will see you guys next time. Adios.